The history of English language. The history of the English language is a fascinating journey through time, encompassing invasions, cultural transformations, and global expansion. Here is a comprehensive overview of how English evolved from its ancient origins to its current status as a global lingua franca. Origins and Old English, c. 450 to 1066. English has its roots in the languages spoken by the Germanic tribes that invaded Britain during the 5th century. The Angles, Saxons, and Jutes. These tribes spoke dialects of a language now called Old English. Old English was a diverse language, with considerable variation in different regions. It included a rich inflection system and a complex grammar similar to modern German. Key works from this period include Beowulf, the oldest surviving epic poem in Old English. Literary output during this time was primarily in the form of poetry, chronicling heroics and mythical tales. Middle English, 1066 to 1500. The Norman conquest in 1066 was a pivotal event that profoundly influenced the English language. The Normans spoke Old Norman, a Romance language derived from Latin, which became the language of the ruling class. This introduced a vast number of Norman and French loanwords into the English vocabulary, especially in fields like law, religion, and government. During this period, English absorbed features from Norse languages due to Viking invasions and from Norman French. Middle English was notably used by Geoffrey Chaucer, author of the Canterbury Tales, which reflects the language's evolution and the societal shift back towards English from French among the nobility and the courts. Early Modern English, 1500 to 1700. The Renaissance exerted a substantial influence on the English language, with the reintroduction of classical scholarship bringing many Latin and Greek words into English. The invention of the printing press in 1476 by William Caxton standardized English spelling and grammar, although the great vowel shift, a radical change in pronunciation, led to much of the irregular spelling we have today. William Shakespeare, the most famous figure from this period, used and innovated the English language in ways that still impact us today. His works contributed significantly to standardizing grammar and vocabulary. Late Modern English, 1700 present. The Industrial Revolution and the British Empire facilitated the spread of English around the world, making it the language of global commerce, science, and diplomacy. New scientific discoveries, inventions, and cultural shifts led to the addition of a vast number of new words and phrases. In the 18th century, Samuel Johnson's Dictionary of the English Language, 1755, significantly influenced English spelling and style. Later, in the 19th and 20th centuries, the development of public education and literacy, advances in technology, and mass media continued to transform English into a global language. English today, English is spoken by approximately 1.5 billion people worldwide, serving as the primary language of business, science, aviation, entertainment, and diplomacy. It has official or special status in at least 75 countries, with a significant presence on all continents. The language continues to evolve, influenced by other cultures and languages, as well as technology. The rise of the Internet and social media has transformed English into a more informal, globally accessible language, reflecting its status as a dynamic and adaptable tongue. Conclusion: the history of English is one of dynamic change and adaptation, reflecting the complexities of invasion, empire, and global influence. From its Germanic origins to its current status as a global lingua franca, English has continuously evolved to meet the changing needs of its speakers, becoming one of the most widely used languages in the world.